Good day. Welcome back to Project M tutorial. I am Michelle. I will be your guide in navigating Project M. In this video, we will be discussing some forms and reports. In our earlier videos, we were familiarized with the Semi-expendable Property Card, or the SPC. This form shall be maintained in the Supply and Property Unit for each class of semi-expendable property to record promptly the acquisition, based on the inspection and acceptance report and other supporting documents, issue, transfer, disposal, and the description or information about the asset. As you may have noticed, the laptop issuance to Mr. Batista has been reflected in the SPC. Let's move on to the next form. Next is the Inventory Custodian Slip, or the ICS form. This form is used by the Property and Supply Unit to issue tangible items amounting to less than 50,000 pesos to end user to establish accountability over them. Next one is the Requisition and Issue Slip, or the RIS. The RIS shall be used by the requisitioning office to request supplies, goods, equipment, or property carried in stock, and by the Property and Supply Unit to issue the items requested. RegSPI, or Registry of Semi-expendable Property issued. This registry shall be maintained in the Property and Supply Unit for each class of issued semi-expendable property. The Property and Supply Custodian shall record promptly the issue, return, reissue, disposal, and other information about the property if returned and the description or information about the asset. It shall be maintained by fund. ICS shall be maintained continuously and recorded in sequential manner to keep track of any missing ICS. This functions similarly to SPC, however only a registry is recommended to be maintained since issued semi-expendable property are already derecognized in the books of accounts. Next up is the RPCSP, or Report on the Physical Count of Semi-expendable Property. Before going to the form itself, let's explore first the signatories of the RPCSP. The first signatories are the Inventory Committee members. They will sign the certified correct by portion of the RPCSP. The Inventory Committee should consist of at least one personnel from the Property and Supply Unit and at least one personnel from the Accounting Unit. Next is the Approved by portion to be signed by the head of agency. And lastly, in the Verified by or Witnessed by portion is to be signed by a Commission on Audit representative. After setting up the signatories, we can now proceed to the form itself. RPCSP is the form to be used to report the physical count of semi-expendable property, which are owned by the agency or entity, by type of property still in the custody of the Property and Supply Unit as at a given date. It shows the balance of semi-expendable items per card and per count, and shortage or overage if any. It shall be prepared annually and by fund by the Inventory Committee. Next form is the RSPI, or Report of Semi-expendable Property issued. Remember the issuance to Mr. Batista? We will be using it as an example in generating a RSPI. Go ahead and select it, then click Generate. The RSPI is a form prepared by the Property and Supply Unit to report or summarize all issued semi-expendable property by semi-expendable property number at least weekly. It shall be prepared by the Property and Supply Unit as basis in preparing the JV to recognize the semi-expendable property issued. The Property and Supply Officer shall conduct periodic monitoring of all ICS issued to ensure that the accountability of concerned employees is checked. Remember the property tagging in the earlier videos? If certain situations would arise, needing to reprint those stickers, we can find them here. Section 5.7 of the Commission on Audit Circular Number 2020-006 states that, for easy identification, the property number shall be prominently shown in the property sticker, in addition to the following vital information: description of the property, model number, serial number, acquisition date, acquisition cost, person accountable, and space for validation or signature of the Inventory Committee. There are still forms we have not tackled yet. The ITR, or Inventory Transfer Report, the RRSP, or the Receipt of Returned Semi-expendable Property, the RLSDDSP, or the Report of Lost, Stolen, Damaged, or Destroyed Semi-expendable Property, the IIRUSP, or the Inventory and Inspection Report of Unserviceable Semi-expendable Property. Since we have not created those forms yet, we will be discussing these on future videos. On the next video, we will be discussing customized reports.